The beginning of each new year often inspires people to reflect on the past and to set new goals for the future. I view the new year as an opportune time to reconsider where we need to put our focus. And as I consider the year ahead, I'm reminded that our focus must collectively be on the Scripture and on God's design for this great army. We must push aside distractions and draw close to God, putting Him at the center of all we do. I often find us looking at the challenges of this past year, the problems that were created, instead of looking at the future and the promises of God, which are always true. They've been 100% correct throughout the years. Now that's something you can hold on to with confidence and with hope for the future. Scriptures tell us in John 14 that Jesus is the way to peace, truth, and happiness. What a great promise. And there's 1,000 more in Scripture. This year, I'm going to focus more on the transforming power of God. We are blessed each week to read the stories from around the territory about how God is at the center of the ministry happening in your community. In the corps, in the ARCs, in shelters, and in the neighborhoods. I read about a man in Kona, Hawaii, who has begun attending the corps there because he discovered at the Kettle that the Salvation Army is a church, and he was invited to the worship service. Thank you for that bell ringer, an impactful invitation. I was inspired by the ministry at Fort Collins, Colorado, where prayer was offered and accepted by 90% of those who came through the drive-through Christmas assistance program. A young woman there accepted prayer, told the officers that no one had ever prayed for her like that before. A meaningful prayer. I read of men and women from the Fresno Adult Rehabilitation Center who were not only physically present with their families at Christmas, but were also sharing the transforming power of God with their families and their children. A life-changing conversation. As you continue various ministries in every part of this great territory, be reminded that the work we do is for His honor and glory. Think on the promises, not the problems. You see, we're an army, mighty in power and in purpose. So be lifted up and encouraged by the transformation of God's power to continue to march forward to win the world for Jesus. Be inspired by these words taken from the Gospel of John. I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble. Those are the problems. But take heart, because here's the promises. I have overcome the world. God bless you.